Welcome everyone to my channel Taj EduEdge online classes. In this video, I will be discussing on frequency distribution problems based on exclusive series. So, what is the meaning of exclusive series and what is inclusive series? What is the difference between inclusive and exclusive series is being discussed in the previous video. If you have not watched the previous video, please go and watch those videos so that you can have a thorough knowledge of difference between the exclusive series and the inclusive series. Here I will be solving one or two problems. So further you can solve and practice this kind of problems which may be asked in your examination for 5 marks. So let's begin with understanding the problem 1. First, as you already know that exclusive series means, what is exclusive series? Exclusive series is when if you write like 0 to 10 and 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, when the upper limit, you know that this is what we call it as a lower limit, right? Lower limit. And this is what we call it as a upper limit. Upper limit. Now the upper limit of the first class interval repeats in the lower limit of the next class interval. This is what we call it as a class, right? This is a class and there is an interval of 10 here. This is an interval of 10. So here when this class upper limit repeats here in the next lower limit, here you can see 10 is repeating, 20 is repeating, 30 is repeating, so on, it keeps repeating. So that is what we call it as a exclusive series. You know that. So now let's solve the problems on the exclusive series. Okay, let's solve the problems which is there in your question bank. I hope that you have the question bank. Okay, let's solve it. First question, the mark of 40 students in a test are, there are 40 students in a classroom and in a test this is how they have scored: 5, 12, 15, 20, 8, 17, 25, 30, 18, 22, like that. They have 40 students marks is given there. Now what we will do, how we have to put it in a frequency distribution table. In the examination, when they will specify and ask you to write it in an exclusive series, you have to write it like this. First you have to write frequency distribution table. Frequency distribution table. Question number you have to write properly in your examination again. If you miss the question number, later it will affect you only. So next, just draw a proper table. You know, we have to write the classes, okay, and next we have to write what? Count. Later we can write frequency. So frequency here we have to count it, that's why I am writing it here as a count, just for our reference. In the question they have mentioned here, prepare a frequency table with class interval of 10. Class interval of 10 they have mentioned. Class of 10. Class of 10. Right. So now if it is, first we have to find out here, out of all these numbers given, which is the least number. Which is the least number? Least number means smallest number. Which is the smallest number? 5 is the smallest number, right? 5 is the smallest number. Which is the largest number? Which is the largest number? 30, 18, 22, 19, 28, 24, 27, 40. I think 45 is the largest number here, right? So here we have 5 is the smallest and 45 is the largest number. 5 is the smallest and 45 is the largest number, which you have to write in the examination also. That will help you. So here you write down first least number, that is least number means smallest number, and the largest number. Largest number is 45. Okay, so if the smallest number is 5, okay, let's begin with 5 only. There is no need of starting with 0, 1, 2, 3 only. We can start with 5 also, because it will be considered here. Okay, so 5, a class of 10 they have said, right? So class of 10 means in your finger you have to count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you have to write here 15. 5 plus 10 is 15. 5 plus 10 is 15. Next, you have to repeat this 15 again here in the exclusive series. 15 plus 10 is 25, right? 25. Next, 25 plus 10 is, 35. 35 plus 10 is 45. Here 45 is the greatest number, we know that. But when it comes to exclusive series, we will not be considering that 45 here in the upper limit. We have to consider that 45 in the lower limit. That's why it is important for you to have 45 to 55 also. Okay, so you remember this when we are writing exclusive series and some number repeats. Let's assume 15 has come in this 15. Okay, you cannot write that 15 here according to the upper limit, because 15 is also here. 15 is here and it is also here. 25 is here, it is also here. 35 is here, it is also here. 45 is here, it is also here. Where you have to consider that? You cannot consider that in the both side. You have to consider according to the lower limit. You have to ignore this upper limit. You have to ignore that upper limit. That's why we call it as a exclusive series. Okay, that's why we call it as a exclusive series. So now let's begin here. First one is 5. 5 to 14. We have to count 5 to 14. Number falls between here, right? So I will put one line. Okay, I am using lines. When you were learning your addition in your primary school, you used to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, like that I am using lines here just to count how many numbers falls between those particular class interval. Next, 12. 12 falls again here. 15 falls here. 20 here. 8 here. 17. 25 falls here. 30. 18. 22. It means 5 numbers are done karke, right? Next, 7. 19 falls here, right? Yeah, after 15, before 25. 28 falls here. 35 falls here. 24 falls here. 27, it falls here. 31, it falls here. It means 5 numbers are done. Next, 40, it falls here. 16 falls here. 13 falls here. 21 falls here. 26, it falls here. 33 again, it falls here. 37 falls here. 45 falls here. 42, it falls here. 14 here, 10 here, 9 here, 6 here, 11 here, 23 here, 29 here, 34 here, 36 here, 38 here, 39 here, 43 also here, 44 also, 32 falls here. So here this is 5. You know that if we put 1 2 3 4 lines and we put a line across those 4 lines, means it's a 5, right? So 5 plus 5, 10, 5 plus 5, 10, 5 plus 5, 10. There are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 1. How many count? 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30, 39, 40. So here you have got your total of frequency is 40. Here also they have given marks of 40 students in the test. Here it is not necessary whether you get a 40 total or not, it is just to check. But it's important that where you take this frequency numbers are very much important. I hope that you have understood this question and solution. Okay, I'll do one more problem with the frequency distribution of 5. Okay, here is a question. Class interval of 5, sorry, not frequency distribution, with the class interval of 5. Here is a question. Heights of 30 students in centimeter. There are 30 students in a classroom. Their heights is given here. Class interval of 5 must be done using exclusive method. So here properly, this is a question number 4, though I am solving only the question number 1 and 4, but properly here as per this question bank, question number 4, right? That is how you have to write in the examination. As per that question paper, what is the question number that you have to write in the examination. Okay, you have question number 4, solution. Frequency distribution table. Frequency distribution table. So here, which is the least number? Least means smallest, right? Smallest number. Smallest number. And which is the largest number? Which is the largest number? And what is the class interval they have said? Class interval that we have to write down for our reference. The least number here is 145. 145 say least, you can see here 144. 144 is the least number. 144. Okay, done. Next, the largest number here 170, 171, 172. I cannot see any other number which is larger than 172. I considered it 172 is the largest number. Okay, they have said the class interval of 5. Class interval of 5. So now I will draw a table properly using a scale pencil. You have to do it in your notebook. I will write the class, count, frequencies. So the class begins from, which is the smallest number? Yeah, smallest number is 144, right? So the class begins from 144 itself. We will start with 144 only. Next, 144 plus 5, because the class interval is 5, right? 144 plus 5 is 149. 149. Okay. So next, here it should be 149 plus 5, 154. How? If you add this 5 with 144, you will get 149. 149 plus 5 is 154. 154 plus 5 is 159. 159 plus 5 is 164. 164 plus 5 is 169. 169 plus 5 is 174. I hope that 174 is enough, because here 173 is the largest number. Sorry, not 172, it was 173 is the largest number. I hope that you have found it before me, right? Not 172, it is 174. 173 is the largest number. 173, right? So 173 falls here only, below 174. So that is enough for us. We can go with taking the numbers. 145. 145 falls here 1. 150 here. 155 here. 160 here. 148 here. 158 here. 162 here. 151 here. 157 here. 166 here. 163 falls here. 152 here. 152 falls here. 165 falls here. 168 falls here. 159. 159. Now 159 is here and here also. Where we have to take? We have to take according to lower limit, not according to the upper limit. So 159 we take it here. Next 154, again see here 154, 154, where should we take? 154 we should take according to the lower limit. Next 156 here. 149, see here 149, 149, where should we take? We should take here. Next 147, it will fall here. 61, 161 we can put a line across. Next 153 here. 164 we should take according to the lower limit. 167, 169 we should take according to the lower limit. 170, 171, 172, 146 here. 144 according to the lower limit. 173 here. So now we have got these numbers 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 and 5. And if you see here, the total frequency summation of x is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 30. We got 30 students, right? So this is how we have to write the class intervals for exclusive series, where the numbers of a upper limit of is repeating again. 154 is repeating here, 159 is repeating, 164 is repeating, 169 is repeating. This is how we should consider this. But when it comes to inclusive series, this is not the same case. I'll be solving the inclusive series problem in the next video. You have to watch that video also. Later, the another video I will solve how to convert inclusive series into exclusive series. Okay, after that we will begin with mean, median and mode. Thank you very much.